Just a few hours before this fiscal year ends in Lansing, we know tonight that a state budget is in place. 24-hour News 8 political reporter Rick Albin has more.
A new budget for the state of Michigan will kick in tonight at midnight. A budget the legislature completed with more than a day to spare. Surprising that in an election year it wasn't handled more quickly. Not surprising, given the problems the state faces with making its spending desires and your tax dollars match. There is a budget, but it seems that no one is wild about it, and it's clear that the heavy lifting of finding a long-term solution for the state's money problems will have to wait at least another year.
It's almost like pushing the ball down the street or kicking the can up the hill, however way you want to phrase that, rather than really dealing with that structural deficit.
We put a Band-Aid on it once again, and I've heard that term, and I've heard all the cliches about kicking the can down the road for years, even before I was there. Well, we did it again.
Kicking the can. We've all heard that cliche a lot in Lansing. Unfortunately, it appears it is appropriate. The budget finalized yesterday uses about $1 billion in one-time federal money. And while it restores $154 per student to the school aid fund and may produce some long-term savings with a new retirement incentive package for state employees, there is a bipartisan agreement that this budget does not fix the long-term problem.
I feel a sense of disappointment that I'm leaving the legislature at the end of this year, that we did not fix the structural deficit. So the incoming legislature is going to have mega problems. They're going to start out in a hole.
At the end of 2010, I'm confident that we have hit that wall. No more stimulus funds, no more short-term fixes, no more Band-Aids. Next year we're going to have the intestinal fortitude. We're not going to have the choices except to make those tough changes.
So as lawmakers complain about the spending plan that will be in place by tomorrow, there's already concern about next year's budget where spending pressures will outpace the amount of tax dollars that you'll send to Lansing by perhaps $1 billion. Depending on who you talk to, $1.5 billion. We, of course, will be in Lansing after the election to see what a new group of legislators and a new governor will try to do to fix the same old problems here in Michigan. I'm Rick Albin, 24-hour News 8.